What's up, everybody? It is Tuesday night. We're live on Hangouts on Air and on YouTube and doing these fantastic things. It's After Guys Crush back with you guys once again. And just kind of whatever was while I was watching, probably Game of Thrones. But it's going to be going over a couple things. First of all, some channel news and a couple of other things too, kind of what's going on. First of all, we are going to be going back to having the Crush Casts every week, which is fantastic news. I've been thinking about this long and hard. I'm actually going to be moving the Crush Cast from the Douglas Russell channel right here permanently. We are going to go back to a weekly format. Now, as far as which days and whatnot, we haven't really decided yet, so I still have to have some things come into place for that. However, it's coming. I promise you it's coming. And even if it has to be something like this, where I jump on here for, half an hour to an hour to run my mouth, tell you guys what's going on, my opinions about some stuff, so be it. It's, I think doing the live hangout is a better option than just recording and then popping it up on a website. So that's number one. Number two, if you haven't checked out my blogger, it'll be on, of course, afterguyscrush.blogger.com, I believe. And that's going to be updated every Tuesday, even if it's just a couple paragraphs of what I'm thinking about, some motivational stuff here and there. That's where it's going to be. And I really do enjoy, kicking out the blogs every now and again. So, feel free to go ahead, take a look. I do have a couple past ones that I have set up there, and we'll kind of go from there. I might do some product reviews on the blog as well. Some more in-depth items that I generally don't get into on the channel, mostly because I don't want to have an exceedingly long 25, 30-minute review video on something. I don't think I have that much appeal. Angry Joe may have that appeal. I don't think I do. So it's going to be something that's going to start happening at a more frequent pace. Let's see what else is going on. I will be attending the Arnold again this year, which is going to be a fantastic weekend. It goes this every year. Once again, if you don't know what the Arnold Classic is, it is in Columbus, Ohio. If you live in Columbus and you don't know what the Arnold is, apparently you have a rock rented out on the south side and you live under it, because the Arnold Fitness Classic takes over the entire city, and it's even gotten bigger this year with the Arnold Kids Expo, which is going to be held, I believe, at the Ohio State Fairgrounds in one of the buildings. I can't remember exactly which one. But I am planning, and of course plans can change, but I'm planning to be there all 3 days this year, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I would like to take one of those days and try to film a little bit of content for you guys. I think it would be a really, really good thing to have everybody see exactly what goes on down there, because some people, even if it's only $10 to get in, they're really just kind of standoffish and like, well, what's in it for someone like me to go to a convention of this sort? Especially if you're just getting into bodybuilding, just getting into fitness as a whole, or just curious about the entire culture that surrounds it. One thing I can tell you is that when you go down to the Arnold, there is all class creed type of people. And no matter if you're super hardcore bodybuilder, you're talking, you have to do things a certain way. I'm going to eat clean, not ingest any fat. Or if you're just someone who wants to live a little bit healthier, wants to have different options on what type of supplements and what kind of programs that you take. To really just informative, fun weekend. You never know how many people you'll get to meet down there, how many people you're going to run into, and really how many different products you're going to get into. There are so many different vendors down at the Arnold that it would take me an hour tops, just to gloss over them all. It's really a fun, just great time. And I think if you're interested in fitness or bodybuilding, anything of that nature, it's something that you should definitely look into. There's nothing like it in the U.S. except for one other time a year. That's in September in Vegas at the Mr. Olympia. But we will be attending that. We'll try to get some content for you guys. Even if it's something as simple as like maybe an audio interview. I don't know if you guys would be interested in an audio interview. Be happy to get that and possibly get it posted up here. I think that would be a really awesome option to have as a kind of a side video for someone to listen to. Well, obviously you see that I'm wearing my bodybuilding.com workout t-shirt, my shirt here. And that's also part of the reason why I want to make a video. I haven't made a progress video as it pertains to my fitness in quite a while. I think it's been like a month or two. Kind of wanted to go over exactly what I'm doing right now and how I'm feeling. My weight right now is 340 pounds. It's been fluctuating within about a 10-pound span within the past couple of weeks. It's starting to get a little bit more into the groove. Working out a couple times a week. Trying to find a way to incorporate more cardio into my workout. Because obviously, you lift, you're going to gain muscle, you're going to burn a little bit of fat, but you're still going to keep a certain weight amount. That's more my style. I mean, just to take a look here, get up out of my comfy chair. I think I need to actually name this chair too. Just, it's something I can just roll back and recline. But anyway, if you actually take a look at the stomach here, it's not looking too bad. Of course, they still got the love handles and you still got that. But as you can see from the side, if I pull in my stomach a little bit, it looks a lot better. When I'm actually, up and at 'em and working out, which I'm going to be here actually right after I get done shooting this vid for you guys. It's going to be upper body day. It's leg day on Sunday, and I was going to train upper body yesterday, but my body was just like, hey, you think you're going to train today. But today it is upper body, chest, back, arms, and pretty much upper body self-destruction. I've been more just kind of standardizing out my workouts. I am going to be starting Metrics 180 as more of a daily program here pretty soon as well. And I'm just, if you ever seen anything like Metrics 180 or, X Factor or whatever these other ones are called, it's supposed to work almost as a cardio workout. It's supposed to give you the kind of pump of energy that you need to go. A lot of other ones, I haven't actually gone specifically through the Metrics 180 kit yet, but you'll see a lot of these try to factor in some sort of weight training, even if it's like, a 15 to 25 pound dumbbell. But that's not really why I bought it. I bought it to be able to do more cardio-based workouts and also stuff that doesn't require weight. There's something to be said about doing, even if it's squats or even if it's push-ups or sit-ups or whatever, without weight. not everyone needs a plate to work out correctly. Water. That's right. It's a YouTube video on Aphrodite's Crusher channel, and he's drinking something that's not Mountain Dew. I'm committed. That's also another part of it too, is modifying the diet. I have modified how we've been shopping a little bit to kind of reflect a more healthy lifestyle. Incorporating more fruits and vegetables. Not buying pop as much as I used to, and I was still even only buying pop maybe once a day or once every couple of days. And I had a couple of cans today, and it'd been like 3 or 4 days. Just didn't feel right. I'm drinking it. It's almost like the taste had gone out of it. And that was just weird. I go through phases where I get sick of drinking pop and I'll go like about a week without it and then I'm back on. But in this particular instance, it just felt like it was just there. A lot of times I would be drinking pop to and today was just flat. Almost like the body's like, yeah, I don't need it anymore. Let's just move on. It's just a very weird experience for that. There's no there's no like hardcore want to do that anymore. Just don't know why. Maybe that's just my body telling me that you're pretty much done drinking pop as that standard means anymore, which is a very good thing. I've been focusing more on having stuff like smoothies and protein shakes around the house. Drinking straight water. I do have some like powdered Powerade that I'm drinking now too. Just if I'm going to have something that has caffeine in it, have it be something like my pre-workout of choice, Superpump 3.0. Love this stuff. But things like that. No, I'm certainly feeling a little bit lighter on my feet as well. I don't feel as run down as I would normally do if I was just doing something else. Since I've been working out more and sitting around less, I feel pretty damn good. Still get up in the morning with a little bit of aches and pains and whatnot, but when you're 340 pounds, that tends to happen. Weirdly enough, I feel a lot lighter than I am. And don't know why that is, but it's just something that I have to get used to as far as how my body feels. As we push in more of the cardio, we push in more of that hardcore activity and working with the body weight and improving the flexibility. It's all going to come together piece by piece. And that's something a lot of people don't want to wait on. It takes a lot of patience. One thing that I always like to reference is CET Fletcher. And if you have not watched CET Fletcher's YouTube videos, you go to his page and you watch about 5 or 6 videos, and you're going to want to throw a Mack truck. It's the way that he is. He's a very intense guy. He'll say, 15-minute abs, get muscles by doing absolutely nothing at all, sitting in a chair with a belt around you, don't work. And it's true. You can buy all the attachments and all this other stuff, all that you want, but nothing replaces just solid work. Picking up a damn set of barbells or dumbbells, going to a gym now an hour and a half a day of just straight work. If you want to lose fat, you do cardio, you get on the treadmill, you find some way to be active. You can't lose weight sitting on the couch. There's no magic pill, and any pill or any pre-workout is only an accessory to what you need to do. I could take this stuff all day long, but it's not going to do a damn bit of good if you don't get up off your ass and do the work that is necessary. It's just the way that it is. I think the entire industry that just prides itself on trying to get people's money simply because they have something that may burn fat as part of the product. Well, guess what? Yeah, and maybe part of the product's going to burn fat, but really, what good is it if that person doesn't have the motivation to do what they need to do to lose the weight? I mean, even if you just want to stay at your body size, gain muscle, you think just sitting there drinking protein is going to do it? Hell no. If you sit in the same chair that I'm sitting in right now, you're sucking down 3 protein shakes a day and you're not lifting, the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to get fatter. There ain't going to be no muscles. It's going to be all fat. So that's a point of motivation. It's a point of standing up and saying, no, it's going to happen. I'm going to make it happen. And can't nobody do that but you and me and anybody else out there. It's like, man, I'm just not happy with what I see in the mirror. On another level, going past all that, I'm not sure if I put up my review for Superpump yet, but I've been using this for about a month now. And as much as I like Superpump 3.0, there are there's ups and downs to it. In case, of course, that you didn't know, I call myself a legacy Gasperi user. Gasperi Nutrition makes Superpump, and the entire point, of course, of Superpump is pre-workout. You take it 15 to 30 minutes before your workout, and then it basically helps to fuel you throughout everything. It works on your endurance. Just kind of reading off the ingredient list. You have a little bit of creatine, arginine silicate, which of course works for nitric oxide, agmatine sulfate, aminos, which is L-leucine, L-isoleucine, and L-valine, and of course, the ever-present caffeine and blah blah blah, all sorts of crap too. Now, I have been using Superpump since Superpump 250, and then I bumped from Superpump 250 to Superpump Max, and then of course from Superpump Max to Pump 3.0. There's a couple things about it I'm not super happy about. However, I am happy about. Superpump 3.0 does not pop that instant rush of energy. I felt Superpump Max, when you took it and you waited, of course, the appropriate amount of time to do your workout, you just, boom, you felt it. 5 minutes in, you're sweating, you're pouring, and you're just driven. You don't get that with Superpump 3.0. When you take the supplement, you wait your 15 to 30 minutes to start up, and then it builds. At least for me, it builds. I take what I believe it's a recommended dosage. Like 1 scoop, 2 scoops. I do about a scoop and a half, maybe almost 2 scoops. And I haven't tried it for the full 2-serving scoop that most people like to use. However, I don't get that pop, that just instant burst of energy that a lot of people look for in a pre-workout. On the flip side of that, what 3.0 does that pretty much no other pre-workout does is that when you take this stuff, I've not had a crash yet. Most people, when you take a pre-workout, drink the protein or you drink the pre-workout shake, and it's almost like a really fast roller coaster. You got come up to the top, and then boom, it's all energy on the way down, and then you just kind of coast. If that, most pre-workouts will just kind of bottom out after in X amount of time. And Superpump doesn't do that for me. Now, for me, I don't get that first pop of energy. However, once it builds up and I get that level, the level stays. It doesn't drop off. I'm not sure if maybe that's what they were looking for, uh, which some people that they have adverse effects to like that type of rush of energy. And maybe that's what they were looking for with 3.0. But I have found that I've been able to work out longer than I have in the past. Um, and of course, let the debate begin about how long you're supposed to work out. Some people it's ton hours. I've not worked out for hours on this stuff. I've just done my standard workout, which is normally about 40 minutes to an hour, depending on what I'm working. If I'm working full body, because I've done some full body days, it's about an hour and a half, and it's still constant. Still does the job perfectly fine. But some people, it's just not their style to have that type of a supplement that doesn't just rock right out of the gate. They automatically see it as a failure. We are a little spoiled by our, what's the word I'm looking for, effectiveness of pre-workouts, in my opinion. Everyone was talking about, for music, the loudness game. How loud could you get on a CD? Well, in the supplement game for a long time, it was that how instant is your energy? How fast can you have somebody pumping weight and pumping weight hard? We're past that now, in my opinion. We are past that point of, the instant, I call it maybe the instant game or the instant pump game. So that's kind of my impression of 3.0. As far as anything being able to sweat, I don't really sweat that much for a lot of pre-workouts anymore, and Superpump does not. There's only like maybe 3 or 4 supplements out there that I've taken, mostly in sample form, that will get the body to start kicking out that. Some people, it's very hard to do to be able to push out that extra little bit of water and get the sweat going. If I'm working out past about a half an hour, I tend to sweat a little bit with this stuff. I'll never sweat. I'm dry all the time, and I hate you people for that. It looks so effortless. I'm in the gym, I'm pumping, I'm pushing, and I'm just dripping in sweat after 45 minutes to an hour. I look like I've already taken a shower while I'm out on the floor working out. And then there's some people who will take the pre-workout, take more than me, and they're not sweating. Like maybe they coated their body in right guard or something like that, but it's just not. It just doesn't happen. Which, I hate you people so much for that. I look like a bus hit me in the rain, and you still looking like your warm-up sets. I hate you people for that. But Superpump 3.0 is a very good pre-workout. I still would kind of rate Max above it, just on that ability to kind of push out water. Max would make me sweat pretty well. I believe it's like first 20 minutes to half an hour, and it's going. I'm sweating pretty heavily. Like I said, there's not a lot of supplements that can do that. I think the only other one that's really that in would be Musclepharm Assault did that, and C4 did that. So I don't expect every supplement to do that for me. I was expecting 3.0 too. I do have to say. As far as post workout, I did feel that the muscles were a little bit more full after my workouts using the 3.0. Uh, the arginine in that, and of course, having the nitric oxide be the byproduct works a little bit better for me and just how my muscles feel at workout. That being said, of course, since it doesn't push out that much water, the pump is a little less noticeable. Which some of you, how does it look, fanatics, are probably screaming in vengeance right now. But it's not just how you look; it's how you feel. And using 3.0, I feel pretty damn good most of the time. So now, kind of switching over from that, I have a little bit of a beef right now. I guess it's, so to speak, I have a little bit of beef. The beef that I got is this. And of course, you hear me saying beef. Beef, beef. Let me tell you something. You got two big protein sources in the business right now. Huge in the business. You got, of course, your whey protein, and you got the big boy on the block. I'm not even counting soy protein. I know you people. I know you're coming up, and you're like, "What about this soy protein?" Like, no. Sit down. You're out of this conversation for the moment. You got your whey protein, and now you got the big bad boy on the block, which is beef protein. I've taken muscle meds, beef protein, and here's the thing: I got this month's Flex, and I got this month's Muscle and Fitness. I can't even get to the full damn issue without seeing 47 different advertisements for beef protein now. Of course, the big bad boy on the block first was Muscle Meds, which is Kai Green's brand. But I'm sorry. Just because it's a big bad boy on the block doesn't mean that every single half-shoot charlatan company needs to be making beef protein. I mean, seriously. If I have to look at one more, just stupid, moronic advertisement about beef protein, and here, I'll show you guys. Here, come on. Okay. Let's see. You got this month's Flex. You got this month's Muscle and Fitness. Here, let's see if we can find ourselves a beef protein advertisement. Let's see. Combat crash, blah blah blah. Pre-workout. Let's see. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Don't make a liar out of me. Let's see. Nope, that's standard. Maybe it was just me noticing this. I was just so pre-workout. Let's see. Different company. Now, I'm used to seeing whey protein advertisements because, of course, that is the standard. However, hold up. Let's see. Bioefficient, blah, blah, blah. Microfeed technology, blah, blah, blah. Probolic, blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Gonna try to make a liar out of me. There's like 4 or 5 different advertisements that I saw about beef protein. See, here is the original Muscle Meds. This isn't exactly the one for the beef protein, but this is, you know, the Muscle Meds brand, and they generally use the beef protein as their main product. And everyone's like, well, what's the difference between beef protein and whey protein? It's all about the same, isn't it? Well, see, here we go. If size matters, beef protein isolate. Okay, so here's the thing. Of course, you have whey protein concentrate and whey protein isolate. And of course, the big difference between that is the isolate is lactose free. What I just read off in this advertisement in here is a beef protein isolate. I have not seen very many studies that show the difference between whey protein or beef protein concentrate or beef protein isolate. How about you just put on the damn sticker beef protein? Because you're going to start confusing people. I had to learn myself by doing the research of being someone who's lactose intolerant, which one I could use and which one I couldn't. Because someone like me who is lactose intolerant is going to look at a lot of these advertisements and say, well, now do I have to worry about concentrate versus isolate for beef protein? I know some of you are just like, well, does it really matter? And yeah, it does. When people are counting macros and they're checking out calorie content, protein content, and now the big protein spiking, conspiracy theory that everyone's talking about right now. There's all these different protein sources are now coming under so much scrutiny. Why would you want to make it worse? Why would you want to basically say to the public that you're trying to sell this stuff to, we're trying to be very specific about our product. However, we need to give you more information about it. I don't remember when I had the Muscle Med stuff, it actually said beef protein isolate. I thought it just said beef protein is what I remember. But no, it's just something that I've noticed. Well, here's the actual Muscle Meds in Flex. Kai Green chowing down on a raw piece of steak. I don't get it. I mean, yeah, of course, everyone's going to try to pump whatever brand that they're shilling. However, there's just like this here. This just more beef, less grime. Beef standard 1 scoop. Here, the Betancourt Nutrition. The beef standard. The beef standard. Beef ISO. It's a trademark. Beef ISO, hydrolyzed beef protein isolate. Not to mention the fact that it's a damn pull-out ad. It's just with everything that's going on right now, and like I said, I just mentioned the protein spiking or amino spiking incidents. There is very little room for error with a lot of companies right now. And one of the biggest companies just had a lawsuit levied against it, which is Musclepharm, about its Arnold product. And just, why would you want to keep confusing people? I mean, yeah, you're gonna catch that portion of the market that's all about the specific item. You show certain features, you show certain items, and I'm not, the products aren't worth it. Not at all. I just question the marketing tactics on my end because I'm a standard consumer. I may be the type of YouTube journalist for that, but I'm still a consumer. No, I don't get free supplements unless I go to the Arnold. I mean, I'm not sponsored by any particular company, although I'm certainly available for it. But sometimes you just need to go with the basic. If it's hydrolyzed isolate, yeah, put it in your ingredient list. But when you're just marketing beef protein, of course, some people will be out there and say, well, if you're going to take a supplement, you need to be informed, which is true. Definitely true. But at the same time, there is quite a possibility that there may be no difference between isolate and concentrate when it comes to a beef protein source. As far as the differences in the composition of the protein, how it's processed, of course, hydrolyzed is a process. But in the processes and whatnot and how it's made, once again, put that in the information label that's on the back of it. There's really no need, and like I said, I haven't seen any studies or anything from a company stating that an isolate source for beef protein would be better than a concentrate or the benefits of one or the other. No, and it's just more of a standard thing that I'm seeing. And this is actually just more coming off the top of my head. That's a disclaimer as well. Their studies may very well be out there. I just haven't found them. It's just something I was just kind of popping off the top of my head about. And feel free to, if you have that information, you have that study, feel free to drop it in the comments below, or if you're watching right now, drop it over in the group chat. But I don't see it, and I don't see the benefits of either. It may be isolate is absorbed in the blood fat or absorbed in the stomach or the intestines faster. Maybe in the process it's more macro friendly or something like that. It just might be. But for someone like me, I've tried beef protein before. Wasn't really my thing. I went back to whey protein isolate. Works better for my body, which is really weird to me because my body doesn't just is an anomaly in of itself on how my body works to me. But that's just more of a concern that I have as a consumer. What I'm taking right now is, of course, Superpump 3.0. I also have Isofusion, which is whey protein isolate that I have from Gasperi. Once again, open. Of course, you have the gold standard, the animal pack. And if anyone says anything bad about animal pack that's a bodybuilder, I want to know who you are and why you don't like it, because this stuff is just fantastic. There is nothing bad that I can say about animal pack except for the fact that the pills are too damn big. So what? You deal with it. When it comes to having a multivitamin, there is no equal, in my opinion. I mean, a lot of other companies, try to do a similar product, and it doesn't work out as well. Just not the same effect on the body, in my opinion. Though, when it comes to a product like that, there is only one gold standard. That's Universal Nutrition's Animal Pack. I also take Universal's BCAA. As a matter of fact, I got it right here. Universal BCAA Pro. Leucine, isoleucine, and valine, all as L-type amino acids, with 100% of vitamin B6. And that's 2 capsules per dose. It's a precise 2-1-1 ratio of key BCAA. So, nice to have. Some people will freak out and say, well, the BCAA is an almost standard product now. Well, that may very well be. However, as far as what your body needs, it is what it is. One thing about the diet that I've been on lately, everyone seems to think that the best thing for a diet is to cut your calories. I'm not of that. I'm not in that party. If I could afford it, I would be, of course, consuming protein 1 gram per pound at the moment. But I really cannot at this juncture. Although I try as best as I can to come up with different sources for the protein that I have. Of course, I have my whey protein isolate. I also, on a regular basis, will eat things like, of course, you got your standard albacore tuna. I'm a stickler for chicken. And of course, I have rice as much as I can to supplement that, to get the macros in. It's more of a standard diet. No, I don't really have a cheat day. I have cheat moments, and I find that for me, I don't get the craving as much to cheat on my eating habits as I did in the past, because of the fact that I'm taking a little bit of a different stance. It used to be that I would have a cheat day, and when you first talk about cheat days, you're like, well, eat whatever you want. Eat whatever you want. The past couple times I've tried that, excuse me. Oh. The past couple times I've tried to have a cheat day, it always bleeds over for me. And of course, parts of that has to do with willpower. But I always feel like the day after, you just kind of feel like you want to have another bowl of ice cream or another handful of chips, and it doesn't weigh out to me as well. So I have like cheat moments, but I also kind of treat cheats in a different way as well. I will have something that will be as sweet as a cheat. However, it'll be a little bit less of a cheat than you would think. Case in point, due to being lactose intolerant, I have to have fiber supplements. Well, of course, everyone's all about either drinking that nasty, crusty Metamucil, or you have something like a Fiber One bar. Now, I don't know about you, but if you've had too many of the Fiber One bars, freaking delicious. I'm talking, it just is like a fiber supplement. They just came out with a chocolate mint brownie. It feels like you're just having a brownie. Tastes like you're just having a brownie. So therefore, you've met your cheat, but you're still meeting your nutritional needs. Now, I think it's one thing that people just don't realize. The things that if you taste good, it's something that's been a stickler for so many people for so many years. If it's good for you, it doesn't taste good. You gotta have one or the other. If it tastes good, it isn't good for you. Modify that. I keep peanuts around the house now. There's ways for like someone like me to have ice cream and not get stuck with the lactose. Now you're seeing more soy-based ice creams and whatnot, which shut up all you soy people. I'm a guy. Guys aren't supposed to have that much soy protein. But it's things like that, lactose-free, based products are coming out in the market more. We owe a lot of that as a community to people who are doing things like gluten-free, organic foods. If I want to have cheese, I have to have vegetarian cheese. It's those types of things that you really have to focus on. You have to search out. You have to make those modifications. As much as I would love to have a nice, big, huge freaking milkshake from McDonald's every once in a while, you have to realize that your body can't take it. I know some people who will completely ignore the needs of their body just to have what they want. It's not feasible. You will pay. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually rent's going to come due, and you're not going to enjoy how much you're going to have to pay. You know, um, I owe a lot of how I feel today to making those small changes in the diet. Um, I'm trying to go a little bit cleaner now by focusing more on bringing in fruits and vegetables than I had before. A lot of it was like, processed things. I lived on the Micheline's Lean Gourmets for a while. First of all, it was, lower in calories, lower in fat, and number two, it's cheap. And that's what a lot of people do. But now it's more, we have these things called like dip and sticks. I don't know if any of you have heard of that, but dip and sticks is just, peanut butter and celery. You snack on celery, you're snacking on celery. Feels like you're chewing on cardboard to me, but it does come with a little bit of peanut butter in the packaging. So, you just got to meter it out. If you snack down on the entire bit of peanut butter, you don't have any celery, obviously you wasted your money, but you try to focus more on eating that healthy. But yeah, it tastes good because you have a little bit of peanut butter. And of course, peanut butter does have its own little mini source protein, but also does give you a little bit of fat. And no matter what people will tell you, for a lot of people, they have to have some sort of fat in their diet, even if it's in a small amount. Also, I've been more also focusing on like sprucing up the protein shakes. Some people will get sick to death of protein shakes and sick to death of certain flavor combinations, whatnot. Me, I try to mix it up. This is something that a lot of people are going to disagree with. I already know straight off the cuff it's going to be that way. But one thing I like to do is I'll put in my whey protein or isolate, my isofusion in with lactose-free milk, and I'll add a couple spoonfuls of Nesquik. Most people are like, why Nesquik? Number one, it tastes good. Number two, it's not as bad for you as most people will lead you to believe. I mean, yeah, of course, it's going to have the sugar content. However, if you have that at the right time of the day, it can actually fuel your body a little bit better than what you would think. Number one, it's not like artificial sweetener, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look that up. But it's also got other vitamins and minerals that will help you along. It's a little bit like sideways supplementation. Matter of fact, let's look it up real quick. Just prove me either right or wrong, because I'm never afraid to admit that I'm wrong. Let's see. Let's see, nutritional information. There we go. So for Nesquik chocolate powder, which is what I use, I do not use the syrup. The powder has 25% less sugar than the leading syrup brand. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. 8 grams of protein when mixed with low-fat milk. It's nice. Let's see. There we go. Graded as B+, 60 calories for 2 tablespoons. 1% of your total fat for the day, which is half a gram. 30 milligrams of sodium, which is 1%. 5% of your carbohydrates, and 4% of your dietary fiber. 10% calcium, 10% vitamin C, 2% iron. So, of course, yeah, you're going to have the sugar content. It's 13 grams. Like I said, it's still lower in the sugar content than you'll find in a lot of the other knockoff brands, and mostly because a lot of these companies who are making stuff like Nesquik, of course, made by Nestle, are going to care a little bit more about the constituency, the customer base. Especially, you have the healthy mind or father who load down their kid with so much sugar that it bottoms them out halfway through the day. Just the truth of things. And some people actually use Nesquik as like a cereal filler too. You got to get kids interested in eating breakfast somehow. Let's be honest. But a lot of that really does work. One thing before I learned I was lactose intolerant was the Carnation instant breakfast. Used to drink that all the time, but of course now I cannot. I wish they made a lactose free option for that, because I felt that also helped out with my energy. Excuse me. So, but that's just kind of the things I try to do. I try to bring in, of course, a little bit of potassium with bananas. Got some oranges and apples laying around the house too. And just more trying to focus everyone in the household on adopting that healthy lifestyle. It's not going to happen overnight. Not everyone can do it even in a couple months' time. But you make small changes and you make things not seem like a sacrifice. The more and more you do that, the better you're off, really. Just the way that I feel on a daily basis, I sleep better now. Even though I'm still kind of feeling it with my weight, it doesn't feel as horrible as it used to. I used to just wake up and crawl out of bed. Now I don't feel the need to crawl. I just feel good. I can actually get up, walk around. I wake up better. All these things that I would wonder why when I was younger, and just load myself up with snack cakes and Twinkies, and not a lot of people realize exactly how much pop I used to consume in a day. In my heyday, I guess, back in the day, I'd be sucking down a minimum of a 12 to 24 pack of pop, about 2 to 3 energy drinks, not counting what I'd have at work. And I'd be just, sucking down pop. Used to kill 2 liters a day. And that's just at work. I'm quite lucky the health that I have now, considering how bad I treated my body then. Made improvements, only drinking 1 to 2, tops 3 pops a day, maybe 3 days a week, is a drastic drop from what I used to do. I'm damn lucky I don't have kidney stones. I'm damn lucky I don't have diabetes at the weight that I have right now. And, obviously knock on wood, but I think at least I can be a testament to someone who can make a change to their life and have it stick. Even if, and everyone does it too, you drop off the workout for a month or two. Now, that's why I'm at the weight I am now, and also I'm not looking as good as I possibly could. Back in 2010, when I made that hardcore commitment and I just literally only snacked on like peanut butter and Powerade for 3 months, I went from 310 down to 270. I'd love to be back down to 270 right now, but I feel as good now as I did then. And I've made much better lifestyle changes because you can't survive on. I mean, in a 9-week period, dropping 40 pounds. Most people would say, okay, let's back it down a little bit, but at that point, it was just a period of time where it was just went insane on the workout kick and had a very specific program that I followed to a T, no matter what. And some people will look at that and say that's unhealthy, 9 weeks, 40 pounds, that's kind of treading the line. However, if you do the things that you're supposed to do over X amount of time, whether it be a 90-day period or 6-month period or a 2-year period, you can hit your goals without having to compromise your health or having to compromise, the way you think you like to eat. And there's so many other options too. I would definitely recommend joining something like Weight Watchers if you feel that you have that need. Everyone likes to rag on Weight Watchers, but it's kind of hard to compete with success. There are people who have been on Weight Watchers for years and keep that weight amount down. They have also a very hardcore community that they can turn to, if they need advice on pretty much anything pertaining to their lifestyle. That's partially the reason why I use Body Space on bodybuilding.com, is that they have a community. You want to say, well, Facebook's a community. Well, Facebook is also a little bit of a breeding ground for negativity. And I ain't got no time for negativity. I have not heard any negative remarks. I mean, even from the beginning, looking horrible. Back in 2010, of course, look up my body's basic name's Aphrodite's Crush. I'm there. Now you take a look at what I was to what I am today. Marked difference. I may weigh more, but I look better. I look back on that now, and it is inconceivable to me to how I looked then. It was just I don't mean it the way it sounds, but for lack of a better term, disgusted. That's just the way that I felt about it. So there's always options that you can take. Always a better way to beat the beast. But that's, you keep pushing. You keep up. You can do pretty much damn amount of anything. But that's my big today. Once again, just wanted to get on here and just kind of talk for a little while about stuff. Of course, feel free to sub to me on the YouTubes. Click that like button, hit that comment button. On Twitter, of course, look me up, Aphrodite's Crush, and also at Fat Freak. Don't know how to spell Fat Freak? That's FATPHREAK. We are there. I link 24/7, just about 24/7. Also, look me up on District Lines. It's where we got a bunch of swag for the podcast. Just look up the Crushcast. We're there. Got a bunch of different stuff. Also, check out my blog spot. Just put up a new blog tonight. The aphroditescrush.blogger.com, I believe. So, but I do want to thank everybody out there for watching. We will see you next time, and quite hopefully, we're gonna have a lot of fun on this channel going forward. I have a lot of different stuff that I'm thinking about doing here on the channel. Going to be going to, of course, bringing the Crushcast in. Going to have a little bit more consistent content than we've had in the past. And I am so excited and just so just blessed to have, number one, over 100 subscribers, which is just mind-blowing to me. When I started this channel, 100 subscribers was the initial goal, and to feel like we've hit that initial goal is just something else. So thank you to everybody out there who watched the videos, to people who love the videos, to people who hate the videos. Ain't gonna stop. We're coming. We're coming. No. From then to now, and from now to everywhere. We ain't stopping. We ain't going nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. So, but once again, thank you to everybody out there. Watches YouTubes, subscribes to me on Twitter. Anything that you do, here, of course, and we appreciate that. I appreciate that. From the bottom of the ginger heart. So, but once again, thank you everybody out there for watching, and we will see you next time. Peace out, everybody.